What's going on, everybody? My name is Paul, and this video is going to be about where I am right now at this point in my life. I'm 46 years old, and where I want to be in the next 4 years, which is by the time that I'm 50. So let me get this background straight real quick. I moved from one state to another about 4 years ago. So I moved from New York to Texas about 4 years ago. I lived in New York for 25 years. I've lived in Texas a little bit over 4 years now, and I loved it. As I lived in New York, I always worked for someone else. I was an employee. When I moved to Texas, I told myself I will never work for someone else again, and I'm going to start my own business, and I'm going to do my own thing. And I've stayed with that. The first, I would want to say, year to 2 years was really, really tough. I moved to a new state. I had no income. Good thing I had some savings and things like that, but I had no income, and I still had to pay bills because we had to we had to lease a home, car expenses, gas expenses, food, all that kind of stuff. So it was tough, and those savings were going pretty darn quickly. Now, what I did is I started a business doing restoration and repairs on stone countertops. I've worked in stone countertops for over 15, 16 years now. I've always installed, I did project management, estimating, dealt with clients on sites, quality control, all that stuff. So I went from the bottom of that industry as an employee, pretty much to the top of that industry as an employee. So I had a lot of experience and I knew a lot of things in that regard. So I didn't want to put too much investment in it. I didn't have too much money, and I didn't want to rent a shop or all that stuff. So I went into repair and restoration. And it took me about 2 years to get to a point where I'm comfortable with making the income that I'm making, and it's enough where I pay my bills, and I started to save a little bit now and everything like that after 2 years. Now, it's been 4 years since I'm in Texas. So through that time, the business grew pretty well, and I'm able to pay my bills. I'm able to invest. I'm able to save and all that stuff, which is great. Meantime, I was also working on 2 separate YouTube channels, not this one, because this one's just starting. So I was working on 2 separate YouTube channels. Both channels were concentrated on sports. I've been into sports for years, and I do commenting on sports on 2 separate channels. Now, those channels ended up now being about 47,000 subscribers on one, and another one has 24,000 subscribers at the time that we're recording this. So I am at this point making pretty darn good money from those YouTube channels, and I can't complain about that. So I'm making good money on the business. I'm making good money on YouTube as well. So right now I'm at a point where I'm still in the house that is leased originally when we came to Texas, and these are the changes that I want to make. So I'm 46 years old right now, but it's middle of the year. My birthday is on middle of April. So what I want to try to do is I want to change my life in a way where a year from now, I will be actively searching for my dream home or already have it. I want to be actively searching for my dream home or already have it. My income at this time, I think, allows me to purchase a home where it's not the basic home, but it's more of a home which I would like to live in kind of my dream house with a lot of land, a couple of acres at least, a decent size house. You're probably looking at 2,500 square feet or something like that. I don't think we need more than 25 to 3,000 square feet. Maybe we could get away even with like 2,300, but I would want to be able to do that. And because I started my own business. And because I stopped being an employee, now I am on the trajectory of being able to do that. If I was still an employee, if I still worked for somebody else, if I didn't have and invest the time after working my own business to create those two YouTube channels and have a decent income from them, there's no way I could be even dreaming about, owning a home at this point in time, and at least, owning one that I would really want to own, not that I could afford, something like that. So by middle of 2027, I want to either already have picked out a home, or actively be searching for our dream house to raise our children in. I have two daughters. They're 6 years old. They still got a lot of time growing up. I would like them to live in their dream house as well, and just live in peace. So that's one of my main goals. Purchasing the home and purchasing a home where it's going to be a house that we're going to be living in for at least the next probably 20 years. That's what I would want. We want it away from the city a little bit. Like I said, we want a couple of acres and things like that. So that's one of my dreams that I want to accomplish on the road, on the journey till I'm 50. So by when I'm 47, half of 47, almost 48 years old, I want to live in my house. That's simple as that. The next thing I would like to accomplish is grow this channel to probably a level of about, at least, I would want to say somewhere between 5,000 to 10,000 subscribers. I will want to have an active community on it, talking with people. I would like people to give me advice of their own if they think I could improve on something. I would like to also be able to help people that watch me, and, by giving my own advice. And that's where I would want this channel to go. So by the time that I'm 50, I would like this channel probably to be between 50 to 100,000 subscribers by then. But by middle of next year, end of next year, I'm probably looking at 5 to 10,000 subscribers on this channel. I think I would be pretty satisfied with that. The next thing I want to accomplish on the road, in the journey to 50, probably by beginning of next year or middle of next year. Right now, my personal weight is about 255 pounds. I'm at 6'2". I don't want to weigh 255 pounds. I want to weigh about 220 pounds. And it's been tough. I kind of know, because I've done the research, what works, what I could eat, how much I could eat, when I could eat, what kind of exercises I should do, cardio-wise, strength training-wise, and all that. My biggest problem is discipline. And don't get me wrong, I don't have an issue with discipline overall. I am super disciplined posting videos on my YouTube channel. Very, very disciplined. I don't miss a day. I post 2 to 3 videos every single day. So that's great. I am disciplined in my business, where I book jobs. I'm on time with my clients. I do very high-end work, good quality work. I get good money for it because it's quality work, and that's that. So I'm disciplined in that regard. I'm disciplined in the YouTube regard. I'm having a big issue disciplining myself with eating correctly and with working out regularly. That's a big issue for me. I love sweets. I love, pie. I love anything that has carbs, and carbs are not great for you to lose weight, especially when you're over 40, and I'm already 46 years old. So that has been a very big problem for me, and I want to keep improving on that. And I will be posting videos documenting my journey on that, and my struggles, my successes and my struggles as well. So, you'll be able to kind of go in there, see what I'm struggling with, see what I'm doing, see what I'm succeeding with, and that it's not just, point A to point B, and it's going to work out and we're going to make it, and I'm just going to get to the weight that I want. No, it doesn't work like that. I've tried it multiple times already. You lose a little bit, then you gain some back. You lose a little bit, then you gain some back. It's a hard thing to do, and especially after you're 40, your body doesn't burn the calories and doesn't burn the fat at the rate that you would want it to burn. So just gotta kind of discipline myself, like I said, and do what I'm supposed to do. Also, fitness wise, I want to work out on a regular basis. I will be creating a workout plan for myself. I will be creating a cardio plan for myself. Good thing I have a treadmill at home, which I'm going to be able to use. So that's another thing that by the middle of next year, I want to be in a really good shape. Another one of my goals is this. By probably around Christmas time, or something like that, I want to take part in a 5K run, and I want to be able to actually run it all the way. Right now, there's no way I can do that. I have knee problems. I'm way overweight, not conditioned to do that or whatever. So that's a huge thing that, it was going to be on my schedule, it's going to be on my plan. And that is exactly what I want to achieve by the end of this year. So that's another thing. So fitness wise, diet wise, there are goals that I want to achieve and get to, or milestones I want to get to. So by middle of next year, I want to weigh 220. That is my goal right now. And I will try to do, no, not try. See, trying, in my opinion, is already a failure. Because if you're trying, you're already taking into consideration that you could fail. And if you've watched Star Wars, I love one saying that Yoda said to Luke. And he said, do not try. You either do or you don't do. There is no try. And I agree with that 100%. But I am a human. It's human nature to say that. And I just said it. But, I'm going to do it, period. By middle of next year, I'm going to weigh 220, going to be much healthier and much better shape overall. So that's another thing. I have some issues with my teeth. Not big issues, but certainly things I have to address and take care of. That is a big issue for me because I'm constantly aware of it, and I got to be careful with some things, and just the look of it is not perfect. I don't have bad teeth. They don't look good. They don't look bad or anything like that, but they're not where I want them to be. And there's certainly some things I have to address in there. And I just hate dentists. I can't get myself to go to one and things like that. So that's a big issue for me. And I want to try to resolve these problems, all the major problems that I have also, probably by the middle of next year. If not by the end of this year, we'll see how that goes. But overall, these are my major goals and major milestones that I would like to achieve. I want to be close with my daughters, which I am. I try to spend as much time with them as I possibly can. I'm trying to be a good dad. I'm trying to be a good husband, stay involved in their life. And I think also, being a business owner and having YouTube and being self-employed also gives me that freedom where I'm able to spend time with them as much as I want, whenever I want, because I set my own schedule. I make good money. I do the work that I have to do. But if I need to put away some time during the day, or maybe even take a vacation in a couple of days or a week or whatever, I can do it whenever I want. And it's thanks to being my own boss, but also being in a situation where I have enough savings and money put to the side specifically for that reason, that I can take a vacation, not really take anything out of my savings, and do what I have to do. And that's pretty much it. So good dad, good husband, working hard on my business, working hard on my YouTube. By middle of next year, end of next year, it would be great if I could get one of my NBA channels, because they're sports channels, to a subscription of 50 to 100,000 subscribers, that would be unbelievably cool. And that's it. So we'll see how that goes. But I just wanted to kind of give you a blueprint of what I want to achieve before I'm 50 years old. And that's it. And I'm going to be posting videos on it, on my progress in each one of those categories, you could say, so you guys can kind of follow with me and join me on that journey. If you have a journey like that, if you want to start a channel like that, start it with me. Start it. Share it in the comments. I have no problem. Start it, share it in the comments. I'll subscribe to your channel and I'll follow you as well. I'll be there. I'll be there commenting. I'll be there, you know, giving you advice and pushing you as well. So I'm hoping for the same thing from you guys. So thank you for watching this video. Hopefully everything will go the way that I want it to go, as long as I can stay healthy and do what I have to do. But I definitely have to take care of myself a little bit better. And I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm going to be posting about a lot of different things from my life, emotional stuff, fatherhood stuff. I lost my father recently. We're going to talk about all that kind of stuff. My business, YouTube, in more detail, because this was more of a generalized video of what I want to achieve with the stuff that I have and what situation I'm in right now. So thank you for watching. I appreciate you spending the time looking at this video that I recorded for you, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.